Okay, back to Songs of Six, the game with almost as little music in-game as Kenshi. Let's just make sure music is, no, that's too much. Lots of gore, that's good. Is there a higher setting? Particle shadow, no, okay. Last time when I put it on super fast mode, the music came on, so hopefully. So these 3 arrows are the play music button. Where we left off. So if you caught the first stream, we left off building the carpenter's shack, and we had big plans to build a huge, oddly shaped pig pen back here if we can. We're just waiting on livestock to pile up. Both of these pastures are almost maxed out. And we're hoping for more immigration shortly. There is such an abundance of stone here. So if you missed it last time, the whole kind of goal here is going to be to establish a very solid food stockpile and food production, means of food production that's not dependent on seasons. So grain farming to make bread, that's a very popular kind of, very popular way to sustain your colony or your city with food, is to use grain and bread. However, it's very susceptible to the seasons. You'll be doing great, and then all your grain dies, and you don't have bread for a winter, and people starve. So we'll review the advancement plan here. Happiness, we're gonna see what we can do actually to, can we give them more, we can give them stone, apparently, for their furniture. Yeah, take all the stone in the world. Have a time. I'm not giving you livestock for your house just yet. I didn't even know that was an option. So, and definitely not giving you furniture. Okay, now that we've got a stockpile here of livestock. We've got a livestock pile. The pastures are both almost full, so I'm gonna start our gigantic pig pen. Teledont pasture. Can I make things on like a 45? No. We may have to do some creative pig pen crafting here. Whoa, I can't make it the whole size. Okay, so there's a limit that may actually determine where it goes. What's our downward? That's not too bad actually. Come one back because it seemed that I could do that. Okay, now I just need to clean up this area down here. Hopefully that works out. Ooh, can you make this bigger? These huts are what make it really wood intensive. That just brought us to requiring 621 wood, lots of clearance. This is going to be a huge project for our limited populace. And they're in the middle of trying to construct a carpenter's shack as well. So we kind of have to hope for some immigration here. I think what I'm going to do is suspend this job just so we don't have wood going on two fronts. Want kind of all the focus down here on this new pasture. I'm thinking the excess in food will secure the happiness boost we need to attract more immigration. Last time on the stream I was going through the menus. Slowly but surely I'll talk about them as we hit them in this playthrough as well. I did want to get rid of all those onks. They're kind of in the way, but they'll probably get driven out when I expand the city in that direction. The plan here is that all of this, everything south of this line, this road that I've built here, is going to be pastures. We're just going to overdo it with pastures as a food source, as a food and material source, really. Because these things here, these onks, they give you, it's cotton, it's wool, right? From them. And meat and livestock. These guys over here give us meat and leather and livestock. So we're going to make, you know, another auroch pasture, another ox pasture. Hopefully this intelligent pasture, this pig pen, will be sufficient for a little while for that, for their part. Now I can also crank up the amount of herders in here, but we just don't have a population for that yet. And I have to be careful because it's going to be the herders who are building this intelligent pasture, I think. Well, there's the delivery man, a perfect example. There's one of the warehouse workers working on it. If your citizens aren't kind of currently employed in their job, like, you know, if your janitor's not doing janitor things, if your herders aren't herding, they're done for the day, they're going to move over to the pasture construction. Everybody's kind of going to lend a hand. And remember, this is on the fastest setting, so this is the game that requires a bit of... I mean, it's cool to go in with a plan. If you don't, your city's going to be a mess, but it'll be a lot of fun. And I think you really learn best just going in blind. There's absolutely no reason to keep your cities neat and symmetrical with all these straight lines. Some of the cooler cities I've seen, as a matter of fact, are all, you know, almost circular buildings and buildings of different designs. I'm not there yet. I haven't upgraded to that level where I'm gonna, you know, make L-shaped walls and stuff. Although it sounds cool now that I'm talking about it. Make your carpenter's shack, you know, kind of more like a carpenter's shop. Oh, it's too cool. There might be a sweet, sweet village back here at some point. But the plan here is going to be to wall off the entire western side of the map. Now, whether that means I actually, you know, wall it off down here as well, I'm not sure yet. I think initially we're going to try and claim the frontage of this mountain here. So I may even include the road in that in some aspects. You know, build a wall out this way, kind of off of this edge here, straight up, put a gate on the road, and just build a straight wall right up the road, you know, up to this mountain, put a gate here or something like that. I have a couple gates even. And I want to play around with building a bridge across this river, except using, there's a military fortifications. They're actually elevated, so I think it'd look a lot more like a bridge. Unless bridge is something that you can actually get at some point. Which, given that the game's in early access, I cannot see that not happening. So what has this done, giving them stone now for their houses? I don't know that I see a big difference just yet. I mean, they've got wooden floors. That's pretty cool. Somebody just moved out of there. Probably wanted to move in with... Yeah, he looks like he just moved in with friends. Still no immigration. Our happiness is not where it needs to be. Let's see what we can do about increasing that. So, services. They want... Okay, so it looks like maybe they want another speaker. could do another well. I could do another speaker. I could do another hearth as well. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know if there's any value in putting one here. I may do a small road and put one here. As usual, guys, if you're hanging out, or even if you're catching the stream later and you notice anything with the sound, my voice compared to the music, music compared to my voice, compared to in-game sound, let me know. And I'll see what I can do to sort it out. Might as well put another well right there. And let's find the hearth. Oh, you know what? A food stall might be a good idea shortly as well. I like putting the hearth and well near each other. Just makes sense. Get a drink, warm up. Let's do this and have them work on these things quickly, because those are much smaller projects. Come on, happiness. Slowly but surely. We gave them rocks. I'm going to go to access and give them more rocks. Just furnish your whole home with stone. I know, this livestock thing gets me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let them furnish their homes with livestock. Just that everyone's going to become a taxidermist. Again, patience is a real virtue in the early game for Songs of Six. It can be a bit, especially if you're trying to do something specific, just like this. Like, I'm actually tackling, this is kind of larger than you'd want to do. If you were in a hurry, you'd build a series of small pastures. You know, you'd build a small carpenter shop to kind of kick you off, get you going. I'm taking on these large projects, which is kind of maybe outside the range of ability for my limited populace right now. I've only got 18 people. Today will be a day without sun. And so here's a perfect example. Like a day without sun, not a big deal, right? Not a big deal when we're dealing with pastures. The animals don't care what the season is. If we were dealing with, say, crops, then this would be a whole day you had where they either didn't grow or, were otherwise adversely affected. We're also going to take a look at our neighbors here shortly, see if we can get a trade agreement. Okay, so we've got trade actually already with the Starless and the Flans Public. I guess I did that in the first stream, so we're going to need to... I didn't remember that. I'm going to want to start taking advantage of this. So I've got a lot of stone. Now, unfortunately, the only resource I'm really lacking right now is people. Everything else we're doing pretty well for. Maybe fruit? But fruit spoils at a fairly high rate. So stockpiling fruit is not a great idea, although it is a necessity for human children. in this game. Like, you can't, it's the one food consumed by your human nursery. So if you run out of fruit at any point, children start starving. It's terrible. I have a ton of stone. Okay, so hurry up with the hearth. I'm sitting here saying they're not going to take that long with the hearth. They've got a 621 wood pig pen to build. And they're having trouble with a fireplace. Ilaria Westeryarderon, human janitor, biding time. That's what you don't bide your time, Ilaria. Maybe lend a hand. Oh, that's right. I also built some roads. So, again, try not to divide your effort too much. Try not to spread it out too much. I'm going to put another speaker's corner down here. Don't divide your attention too much. I'm going to add a third job. Shouldn't say your attention. Don't divide your effort too much. The effort of your civilians, your plebeians, your plebs. This is all in an effort to make people more happy. It does not seem to be working. Although we did just get a new human speaker. Lot Anchor. Spreading news. More exposure to lighting. Well, I don't have any metal, so we can't build torches just yet. So torches are going to be a really important kind of component of your city. People like a light source. I know it's crazy. Okay, we're done all of our projects. Let's restart this one. Not enable maintenance. No. Activate job. Back at it again. Let's see what we've got for sweet, sweet names. I basically choose who my nobles are based entirely on their name. So later on, as you progress through kind of the ranks of rulership in this game, you get to name some of your citizens as nobles. So who do we have here? Adelina Arkuden, Adelina Wallow. Okay, a lot of Adelinas. Achilles Stone, Claire Fell Knight. That's just a badass name. She's only 12. Let's see the properties on somebody with a last name Fell Knight. No sweet battle properties. You really would think, though. Claire Nidron. Okay, a lot of Adelinas, a lot of Claires. Davila is a day. Is this a Amazon compound? So far, there's only women. Ilaria Westerjarderon. Nice. Emma Benetka. That is the craziest looking Emma I've ever seen. Giafima Cantavari. Horace Romans. It's a V. It's impossible to pronounce. Isaac Fell Knight. Okay, Claire Fell Knight's brother, very clearly. Is he a soldier at least? Absolutely not. So what I'm doing is looking down here under the battle stats. Check his percentages. Leon Yoroi. Proudly serving you as a herder. He's 7'3", but he's declined being measured for weight. Lot Anchor. Proudly serving you as a speaker. All right. Marcus Anchor, his brother. Pinsku Ivanov. This guy sounds scary as heck. Nope, not good at battle. And there's the future king, Science Chudwell. Although Torin Blimppower pulls a close second. And Walla Lumine, she looks sleepy. Come on with the pig pen. Yeah, they're getting a little happier. We're approaching 70 here. How can we increase this happiness? I'm just gonna put fruit right on the menu to give them more food options, and hopefully that does something for us. Services, so hearths, speakers, and wells. That's kind of increasing. This is increasing the levels of happiness. That's good. Lavatories. That should be a priority, but I think we need... Why do I think I need furniture for that? Because I do. Pasture, carpentry shop. Definitely carpentry shop. And this is kind of what it's all about, is seeing what's working, seeing what's not working. That's an important button to use down there, though, this under the wheel here. The suspend and activate jobs. It's especially handy when you're managing low manpower in the beginning of the game. I think when you're up in the thousands, it's not that big of a deal, you know? Shit just gets done. But when you're working with 18 people and you've got a lot of employed people already, you know what? I may even bring this down and bring this down just to get 2 more kind of free odd jobbers banging out the carpentry shack. And let's drop a janitor here as well. It's one of the aspects I like about this game, is having to manage your manpower so carefully. No available services. Available services 28. Build. We have enough stone, so this should not be... There should be no bottleneck on the resources for this one. In my other game, I have the opposite of this problem. I don't have an issue... Like, I don't have an issue with too much stone. I just cannot keep stone. And I think it started because I paved my entire city with stone roads pretty early on. Once these people actually get some furniture, I think the carpentry shack is the better idea, because it will speed up the construction of the pig pen by making people happier, attracting more immigration. I can build a couple more houses, and we'll have a lot more manpower available to us. We're doing all right with food. Doing all right with food, and our production rate's down a bit, but we're doing all right with food for the time being. And I can always go kill a whole bunch of onks over here, which I might set up. It's also necessary that you make sound effects when you make decisions about slaughtering whole herds of mountain goats. They're just kidnapping them like I Am Legend. I mean, if you haven't read the book but you've only seen the movie, I Am Legend is a fairly sad story. Okay, we got warehouse. We've got where's Science Chudwell? Where is that? Science Chudwell. Also no battle skills. We'll make him like the master of pastures. What are the noble ranks? There's got to be a master of pastures, right? The master of the fishing guild. The master baiter is the master of the fishing guild. Their incredible knowledge of the bounties of the sea allows them to tremendously boost fishing output. University headmaster, slave master, master builder, master of mines, master treasurer. Surprised he didn't go with master of the coin, given all his previous Game of Thrones references. Master stonemason, master of livestock. There it is, right there. Master of livestock. That is the man we need. Come on, almost done. 70%. Cleared. Oh, they're just clearing the floor out right now. Or building the floor, I should say. Try not to get triggered by the asymmetrical pillar layout of the warehouse. This entire warehouse is dedicated to livestock. So everything livestock related. The idea here is that we won't have to upgrade this one for a while because it's just going to serve one purpose. I shouldn't have to build another livestock warehouse for a while. Still have almost 100 crates that we can utilize in there. It's going to hold all the meat, all the cotton, all the leather, and all the livestock. Could I bump up? Okay, cotton. 30 crates. 35 crates. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at 35 crates. This is at 25 crates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we can stockpile livestock, it's an exceptionally valuable trading tool. I should be able to trade our way for anything that we're lacking if I've got a stockpile of livestock. Which is awesome. I've never really been in a position to trade for a lot. I've always just been scraping by in this game, so that's the reason for the fairly meticulous setup here. But I think once we get going, it'll start to happen fast. I also want to build a huge human nursery because ideally I want to have as many of the citizens be native to the city, be born in the city. So we're going to build a huge nursery as well, and that's not too far away. Hopefully I can get into that this stream. 9. 9 years in, this is all we've accomplished. Okay. We have our carpenters here. That's what happened to our employment. So let's put on 3 carpenters, and let's give our friends some actual furniture. Make sure we can store furniture as well. Okay. I don't know what to do. Why is your happiness still going down? Auto employee. Okay. So if you have more jobs than there are people, I know that really adversely affects everybody's Zen state. Now let's reactivate this job. Let's see how this. Let's just get a little bit more progress on this as we go here. I'm still trying to muddle around in my brain here what we're gonna do back here. This is all gonna be farmland all along the riverbank. But what do we do about this kind of space here? Maybe this is where the nursery goes. Huge human farm. And despite the production rate being lower, we're still way ahead of the curve with the food right now. Tons of leather, tons of livestock. Well, we should be able to populate this pasture all at one time once it gets going. Ooh, see, so there's an aspiring immigrant, but I think I want to wait till I'm at all the way up at like 100% loyalty and happiness. Maybe I'll just take the hit and bring in 4 or 5 at a time, if I can. And I'm running out of wood. That's not good. This isn't even clear, and we don't have enough wood for it. Probably cut all this down. This place can hold 3,200. I should try and fill that up. I do have a ton of livestock. I could trade for wood. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I wonder if I can trade without an import center, though. Tough to know. Let's see here. Demand. Trading for wood. This is crazy. Let's demand, like... No, I'm not doing it. That's crazy. I shouldn't waste anything on trading for wood. Clothing is something I can trade for, though. That makes people very happy. Maybe I'll trade for some clothing. Wow, apparently it's super expensive. Offer. What can I offer? Let's see how... We have a lot of stone, a lot of livestock. Let's see how livestock does. It's like almost 1 for 1 here. There's no way. I can offer a ton of leather. What does he want? If I just click that, what does he want? Stone, wood. I will increase the leather. And let's get rid of that wood. And I will increase the... Let's give him a couple livestock, shall we? No, maybe that's not that worth it. A bunch of stone. Sure. 700? Why not? Okay, so if we head to the world map now, we should see a caravan bound for... Is Starless what my kingdom is called? No, can't be. Dominion of Man. Starless is where the caravan's coming from. So he's bringing me 50 pairs of clothing. And I'm sending him a whole whack of stone, meat, grain, and leather. They have 1.22k, so like 1,220 dwarves in there and an army of almost 200 up here. When this guy gets here, we should be able to see him on the world map. If I slow this down, it looks like that's him here. This is what traders look like. They wear little red hats. And he should be taking this right to my warehouse, actually. Or the throne room, if there's nowhere to... Oh, there's nowhere to put it. I need to make a spot for clothing. Boom. Awesome, so he's just going to drop it right there. Sweet, this is the pile of clothes sitting outside. And now, so now I should be able to give everybody in my everybody in my kingdom now has access to 4 clothes. So this should give happiness and loyalty a huge boost because we actually have the clothing to give out. Normally you have to wait until you build a tailor shack, which means you need to have a laboratory and have done some research before you can start making your own clothing. So let's authorize these 2 guys and take the huge hit. huge. I forgot how much immigration hurts your loyalty early on. And we're just hoping that this gets done. At some point in the near future. Right now, it's kind of waiting on wood. So you know what? We have the... Let's delete, say, 80% of this tree cutting. Now food might start to become an issue because we just brought in way more immigration. These workstations help as well. These guys, it'll employ the last two plebeians, the plebs that I had, and now kind of their only gig is going to be working in the radius of this workstation. So similarly, I should be able to plunk them down here to get them to clear trees or whatever is needed for this job. But these guys should handle the kind of task of felling these trees up here now. Once I place this workstation, which will free up people down here, which it has, to start work on the pig pen. So thinking about kind of how this works out for the planning and how I would have maybe sped this up, I think I would have gone slightly smaller buildings out of the gate. You know, a small warehouse, a smaller janitor shack, a smaller second warehouse, so on and so forth, because I think you're able to build up your population maybe marginally faster anyways if you take kind of smaller steps. But there's no rush with this game. This is all about being meticulous in our preparation, because once I break out of here, nobody's safe, and that means being able to feed, clothe, keep them military equipped and well armored as they progress across the world map. And let's hope that all happens before another update comes out and breaks the saves. Awesome, so these guys are almost done, and this is seeing some progress, 92.5% cleared. But once these guys are done chopping wood, actually I might get rid of chop a bit more here, a bit more. That's a lot more. We'll see how long it takes. And we'll recruit our last plebeian who is just floating. This poor delivery guy from the warehouse. 10,000 steps a day. More immigration, happiness and loyalty. You have to be careful. I'm drifting kind of into the 60% range with the happiness. And humans have a tendency to go insane. So especially when you're on the low end of population at the beginning of your game, you have to watch out pushing them too hard, because they'll go bananas and just wander around being weird. As soon as we can give these guys textiles, a little bit of fabric, once I get a weaver shop, these apartments are gonna look pretty fancy. I do like the soundtrack in this game quite a bit. Ouch. 72 loyalty, 67 happiness. Ouch. Okay, let's trash that. And let's have everybody get down and work on this thing. Get over here, you crazy odd jobbers. So, it's kind of a weird balancing act sometimes, especially early game. Odd jobbers will go to these jobs out in the middle of nowhere and just clear for new buildings because they don't have a job to be doing at the time. However, being unemployed makes them unhappy. Again, the plan is going to be to, and this is maybe in a while, but felling trees is not a sustainable source of wood, especially if you build over the forests after the fact. So inevitably you run out of forest. So I think the plan will be to turn this whole chunk of forest, or maybe several pieces. I don't know how large, how many tiles I can get the size of the wood cutting. Where is it here? Oh, they're right here, wood cutter. So I could just, you know, I just don't know how large I can get it, but essentially I'm going to circle this whole forest and they, you know, sort of sustainably cut down all the trees in the area. Okay, this is probably year 3 of working on this pasture. We have enough wood. We definitely have the livestock to populate it as soon as it's ready. 45, just over here. And then I think I'm gonna rely on clearing for houses to maintain our stone and wood level initially here. I don't know about this happiness meter. Maybe they need more furniture. You have to be careful with this because it uses, you know, it uses up your furniture and your wood stockpiles. Am I missing something? Didn't this show stone a second ago? I might be going crazy. Definitely going crazy. Only 4 days of food. And our consumption rate is pretty extreme. Come on, pig pen. Oh, nice. 99% cleared. One or two more blocks, and then it's all over but the crying. I don't know how much more work goes into the pasture. Okay, here comes construction progress. They're bringing all the wood. There's a ton of stone that's left over, too, from clearing the rocks near the mountain. To kind of offset that food, I'm gonna finish off these guys here. The wild onks. I can't have any competition. I prefer the onks domesticated. And they already just used up all of the clothing. It's probably why they're not happy. I promised them more clothes. And they took them all and there's none left. I still can't believe this game was made by one guy. It's very, very detail-oriented. I like how they're carrying all the wood, chunks of wood, spacing it out. I mean, it's nowhere near the fence line, but A for effort. The 5-year pig pen project. I definitely think I started building this in year 5, and we're coming up to year 11. Oh wow, they have to do every tile. This will be a 6-year pig pen. Alisanti, what's going on? We got the carpenter shop done. We got the expansion on the warehouse. Just waiting on this super... Oh, I also had to build a kind of intermediary hearth well and speaker podium. 4 to 5 more population, 4 to 5 new immigrants to the city, and we're halfway through the 6, probably 7-year pig pen project. Brutal. And it's because I chose to make a pig pen, as I mentioned, that was a little too big for the population that I'm working with right now. It'll be worth it though. Oh, there's definitely a charm to it. The thing I like most about this game is that if I had stuff to do around the house right now, I could just put it in normal speed and you can literally walk away. I mean, you could walk away for 3 hours and you really don't have to worry. If an army's gonna come attack you, a big pop-up shows up and stops the game. It's also not bad to just have on, you know, off on another screen while you're doing something else. Kind of follow the progress of your city folk. And the soundtrack's dope. It's definitely a chill game. I can relax to a game like this. Oh wow, I thought I circled all the onks, unless they just keep spawning. One times is a bit slow, but I mean, I think that's intentional. I honestly think it's intentional. I mean, we could do 250 and just get crazy. Fast is pretty good. Okay, wow. The 5-year pig pen is finally complete. And slowly being populated with a, what does it say? A ferocious 4-legged mammal. I need to read that. An intelodont can both feed a family for several days as well as inspire fear in the hearts of hunters. Their thick hides can blunt the impact of any hunting weapon if not used with enough strength, while its ferocity and fearlessness often lead the hunters of these creatures to, at best, lose their pride and, at worst, their lives. Domesticated. So right now, this is a bit of a holding pattern. We're gonna plan out a bit more city here. So we've got carpenter. We just got our Intelodont 10 up, which is huge production rate increase for food. And that's only going to increase. I mean, this is going to hold 89 Intelodonts and a lot more herders. Do I Iron Man this game? I mean, I haven't gotten to the point where I lose to another kingdom yet. But I definitely, if by Iron Man this game, do I only retain 1 save? Yeah, that's a general rule of thumb for me with just about any game. You know, if I go to do an attack with a huge army and it fails miserably, I'm not going to load the game, you know, to the point before I made the attack. I'm going to try another attack. I mean, kind of to me, there's really no point in playing a game if you can't lose it, right? For some people, that's their shtick, though. They have a, you know, I don't know what I would do if we lost Science Chudwell. I mean, I'll be pretty sad. He looks just like me. But it's pretty, you know, it might happen. Wow, I'm actually shocked at how quickly we filled that up. 37 intelligence. I guess I had a lot of livestock from the other two pastures. Okay, next project. We need some housing. Maybe we'll make this a bit of a housing section then. How are we gonna do this? I could share a wall here, no. What about house? Oh yeah, that works. That actually works really well. And these things hold big families too, so. We're still sticking with dirt roads. I do have a lot of stone, I just don't have the manpower to really waste on constructing stone roads everywhere just yet. I also don't have the technology. What is gonna go in here? 2 more trees. Absolute. Well, you know what? Maybe 1 tree, and we'll save this slot for a torch. Better idea. No, I don't want to go too crazy on 250 times speed, but it does help things get built. Okay, so actually we're running out of wood. It's a lot of trees to fell. We're gonna wait till happiness comes back up and then see if we can grab 2 or 3 more aspiring immigrants. Once I get to a certain point though, we want almost 100% of our population coming from native born. I want to get to a point where, I mean, barring a war gone terribly wrong, that we kind of like Attack on Titan this game. You know what I'm saying? We become the Eldians of Paradise Island and just fan out. Also, if you're just tuning into the stream, or you're just catching this, you know, VOD later on, I mentioned it in the previous stream. I just got access, I guess, or maybe I just noticed it for the first time, something called a community tab on my channel. I put my first community post in there yesterday, and that included the link to the Discord for the YouTube channel. I mean, there's not a lot of us just yet. But those of us that there are, I mean, there's no kind of bans on what you can do. Post some screenshots of your own gameplay. Talk to me about your solo Ironmans and Kenshi. Let me know how to be better at Songs of Six. All those things are available to you over on the Discord. If you're interested in that. Super speed until these houses are done, these trees are cleared. I mean, they are really taking their time with these houses. Hopefully there's only one, but he'll come in as an odd jobber and work on the house. The reason I think it's taken so long right now is that too many of the people that are employed are busily employed. I don't know if busily is a word, but it is now. Okay, awesome. Another thing that people do is they move into houses that are closer to their workplace. You'll notice these 3 cleared out. It's not just because they're smaller and significantly less desirable, but also because, oh, you know what? Perfect opportunity, actually. I want to change this. Can I? House upgrader. I want to edit this building. I know how to edit these buildings. I do not know how to fix this house, though. Interesting. Oh well. Symmetry's not that important, right? Well, now that we're using the 250 time, we should see quite a bit more progress here early on. So wood stockpiles are going down. That'll be from people buying it, or rather taking it for their houses, because I've got it set up so they can, you know, utilize a lot of furniture. But another part of that is also going to be the construction, the new houses, stuff like that. Not a lot of immigrants, not a lot of odd jobbers just yet. So let's look at our next building that we're gonna approach here. I don't think we go the route of farms just yet. Nursery. What do we need for a nursery? So I do need fabric for a nursery, which means I need to research, which means I need more people. Lavatory. We'll start with a lavatory. Latrine basins. That works. First L-shaped building, no big deal. And this is gonna be a while filling up. I think you actually need a plumber. You do need a plumber to be the employee in these. So I can actually already do trades to sell the furs. I can trade for things already. I don't seem to need an export depot or an import depot. They just bring it right to the warehouse. I think when you're mass producing things kind of later down the line, that the export and import depot, you choose a trading partner to trade with, right? To import from and export to. But I think that really comes into effect once you've really got an overage of something. I mean, hopefully I get to the point where I've got a massive overage of leather cotton, and livestock. There's a mid game, right, that comes after this where you're just constantly on the edge of being out of everything. I'm hoping to avoid that with this kind of slower, more methodical setup. Keeping everything accessible, making sure there's roads to everything so people can move quickly on them. Build it. So right now he's probably, the struggle for furniture right now. He's fighting between plebeians and the construction of the lavatory. So I have an odd jobber. He should actually be just living in this building, building it. Does nobody want to finish build? Oh, there we go. Okay. One plumber. Now that we have a lavatory, sinks, toilets. Now that we have a lavatory, there's flower beds, there's lavatories, there's wells, there's speakers, there's hearths everywhere. Everybody should be super happy. So given that everybody should be super happy, we should start getting a huge influx of immigration. At least their happiness and loyalty should increase, which means people should want to move here. That's the plan anyways. Bubbly! Buble. Honestly, the amount of bubbly I drink, I should probably either get a sponsor or be an investor. Delete that tree felling job. Do not need it anymore. The only reason I'm keeping this harvesting of the fruit is because the intent here is to build an orchard. Now that is an undertaking. It requires a lot more manpower than we have, but it'll supply me with enough fruit to keep all the future human babies fed. On that note, I'm going to crank it up here. Stockpiling food is awesome, makes everybody really happy, and we're going to accrue some happiness and loyalty time. See if we can increase the amount of people that want to be, aspiring immigrants. Temperatures plunge to record lows. Again, this is why I kind of prefer pastures to crops. Doesn't matter. They don't care what temperature it is. They have fur and stuff. Or they're just pigs. Or more immigrants. Okay, a new level has been bestowed upon your name. So we just broke the 25 mark. And we've gotten the title Emir. And Emir is a chosen one, destined to lead his people to greatness. In order to secure future growth, we must now turn to our ingenuity. So, laboratory. I need to build a laboratory. That is going to unlock a whole bunch of new stuff for us. It's going to make everybody a lot happier. Okay, so they weren't. I didn't think that they really took a happiness hit there, but they really did. It should come back though. We've got everything we need. How are we doing for food? 15. Ooh, food actually kind of dropped off there. Let's employ some of these guys at the Intellidont pasture and save 2 to build our laboratory. Where should I put the lab? I think I'll put it down here. You know what? This has kind of become a pretty cool area up here. Warehouse, carpenter shack. Maybe I'll make a road in and we'll do the lab back here. Logistics, administration, lab. Now this actually has to be fairly substantial. You need a lot of eggheads. I'll try something kind of cool like this, maybe. Another L-shaped building. Two entrances just to make it easier to get in and out. Still kind of symmetrical. I'm not the best at this symmetry thing. So this is to kind of... This is to... in the hope that I won't need to build another one of these for a while. Just gonna load it up. That's in front of the door. So this should be a ton of spaces for nerds in the laboratory. And we do not have anywhere near enough furniture for this, so I'm gonna employ 2 more carpenters and hope that our kingdom can handle the morale hit and loyalty hit for another several immigrants. This is good though. See, now it's starting to pick up. Now we're starting to see the manpower. Year 14. How old is Science Chudwell right now? I don't know. Oh, he's only 6. Tons of time. They live to 80. I thought he was much older than that. We're still doing all right with food. Staying ahead of the curve with food. Happiness is, it's kind of bouncing, but it's doing okay. Once this lab's done, it's going to try to auto-employ 1,000,001 scientists, which will briefly hurt everybody's feelings. I'll sort that out, and then we'll be able to research a weaver. Everybody will furnish their homes beautifully and become exponentially happier, and we'll be able to see another huge influx of immigration. So let's really beef up the employees inside the carpentry shack. We have a lot of stone. I don't want to just sit out, so I'm going to open up some room here in the pasture warehouse. We have a lot of space in here. The gods have forsaken the dominion of man and the rains have stopped. If this keeps up, it will devastate our crops. Everyone must now pray. Everyone should pray a little more anyways, but rain, we don't care about rain. We don't even let the animals drink. Give up, you know what? I'll just give up 20 crates to stone. It's not a permanent change though. I really want to keep this warehouse just for pasture stuff. And we're saving that spot for a torch. We need iron for that, however. Which means a mine and a smelter. Okay, so if you look at the furniture here, 23 out of 54, 24 out of 54. This is actually, I've got it on super speed right now, so this is actually taking just a staggering amount of time. Several days of just loading this thing. These poor carpenters working overtime. Or more. Okay, now immigration's really starting to pick up, which is awesome. But every single time, you have to kind of do it gradually, otherwise your loyalty and happiness will drop too low. 4 more immigrants is awesome. We're gonna actually... There's a Song of Six mod in the workshop called Hivers. Get out of here. I mean, Kenshi and Songs of Six, like very, very interchangeable. You know, in terms of the kind of setting. I could easily see this being in a Kenshi setting. Oh my goodness, I didn't push this all the way to the road? Okay, hold on. We still have time, right? If I do this, it's not gonna... No. It's okay. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know if that really changes much. But it makes it look a bit cooler. Oof. No, we can't do that. We have to get rid of those. That's crazy talk. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined everything. Can I just cancel this? I might delete the whole thing. Ooh. Expand room. So they're there, but we don't want these walls here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Good. One more station. We'll just slap that in here somewhere. Or not. I'm gonna try not to break it. Area must be connected. Let's not connect. Oh, I see. I think I see. Nope. That didn't work. Is that what they're looking for? How am I gonna make a door though? Is that gonna work? Where are we not connected? Right here? I've ruined everything. No, that's not right. Shrink room. Can I cancel this without destroying the building? Oh no. Oh, undo. Lots of undo buttons. We've used up the undos. This is not good. Where's it not connected? We can figure this out. Bullet K, what's going on? I'm just breaking my already built ellipse? Okay, you know what? I have a plan. I'm just gonna fill it in. How's that? How's that grab you? How come I can't get rid of those? Oh, maybe that's what it means right there. Still want a door over here. So, boom. Okay, mission accomplished. I just felt awful because I didn't even take it all the way to the road that's already built. It would have been a weird double wide road. Nobody's got time for that. Now the struggle for furniture versus required furniture gets to happen all over again. There it goes. Pasture's only half full. Probably means it could use some more employment. They're worked to 100% already. If I can really crank up the food production out of this Intellodont pasture once it gets to about 89 animals, we'll be laughing. And I've already gotten 70 plus livestock. Livestock piled. Animals. Oh, come on with the furniture struggle. Now, you have to be extremely careful playing this game. Just like in, you know what? Kind of just like in Kenshi. We were just talking about Kenshi a bit. We have to be extremely careful playing this game in hyper fast forward. I mean, you could lose control pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. Farm by the water? It's a farm by a well. I don't have a farm over here just yet. There will be a farm. Okay, wow. So, that requires immigration. And now we're going to start getting some research. Not a lot just yet, but once we get enough knowledge, I think the next task is going to be to build a weaver. We just need to be able to immigrate a few more humans. Once we get a weaver, we'll be able to furnish these rooms with fabrics. And I think once everybody has fabrics, the happiness meter is going to recharge a lot more quickly than before. Which means we're going to see more immigration, which is going to allow me to build an orchard. Now, the reason I need an orchard next is because I want to build a human nursery and kind of have as much, if not all the population moving forwards coming from native born, born in the city. So right now, I've double-clicked this speed fastest up here, and we're on 250 times speed if it looks crazy. Again, you really have to pay attention when you're going this quickly with the game. It speeds things up, especially if you're working towards goals. It can be extremely useful. However, you really have to keep an eye on all these bars. I mean, you could run out of food. Something could happen. Somebody could die. You might not see it. You have to keep an eye up here. If any tabs pop up to let you know somebody's gone deranged, just died, wrongful deaths, they'll really cripple everybody's happiness. And I mean, you could just end up with a riot if you go too quickly. So we need to get a little bit more immigration now. I'm not sure. The happiness is not returning as quickly as I hoped. I think I can offer them more. Oh, wood. We're out of wood. We're completely out of wood. Maybe that's what's going on. So terraform. Let's fell all of these trees. It's a bit far away, but it'll kind of lay the groundwork for... You know what? I actually don't want them to go that far. Let's delete these jobs. I want to get them as close as we can, so maybe over here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So that's kind of what it was. I'm pretty sure they were burning wood in their homes as firewood or something. The faction of Tiber's empire has moved its capital. Its people still resist. Faction of Tiber's empire. Where is that? Tivers. Wow, some of these are very developed. Like this is really cool. I like how these are dwarves too, or Dondorians, whatever they are. But one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cities these guys have. We're talking like 20, 30,000. 11,000 in that city. That's their capital city. Okay, never mind. Way more. This is crazy. So, like, for instance, that's the goal here. We're going to try and take out, the big players like these guys. Look at this. Huge kingdoms. Huge kingdoms. Wow, basically everybody is stronger than you. Degen Island. Isle of Avanat Island. Isle of Bonac. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Now, where am I? Where are we situated here? If I go to capital, nope, that's not what we want. World. But how do I find me on the world? Oh, up here. Okay. I'm the dominion of man. We are trapped between, actually, the good thing is that they're smaller empire. Well, maybe not. This one's pretty big. This guy. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so, I mean, more or less, we're kind of sandwiched between two dwarven empires, 2 or 3 different empires. They don't seem to have a lot of natural enemies nearby. Maybe these tilapia fish ladies. But otherwise, it's just all dwarves. So, I think our first push out of the Dominion of Man is going to be westward. Right against these Dondorians here. And the tilapia people. I think if I can secure this, it'll be like getting Australia in a game of Risk early on. You know what I mean? You block all access. It's getting a bit dark in here. This is probably not helping at all. It's fine. We're here for the game, not my mug. Speaking of things to sip on, however, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on everything. I'll put it on fastest. I'm not too concerned about things going terribly awry. Okay. What has gone on? We have year 18, day 4 of autumn. A few more one aspiring immigrant. That's not enough. That's not enough. How much research are we gonna need for the crude weaver? 120. We've got 87 available. We're kind of playing with fire though. If I really playing with fire, letting it drop below 80. If I get another immigrant right now, let's crank up the speed. Hopefully, the stockpile of food starts to make people happier. And you know what? I bet you that I should trade for more clothing right now. That's what I'm gonna do. An army of Sixats defeated an army of rebels near Sylvanor. Ooh. Okay, who is to our right? Starless? We're gonna trade with Starless again. So far, their happiness is pretty high, actually, and they have way more money than our friends to the left. But the reason I'm trading with the guys to the right is so that when I do go to war with the guys on the left, they don't get mad at me for it, hopefully. That's the plan anyways. I also have no idea what I'm talking about. Pastures and politics. I'm good at one of those things so far in this game. Okay, let's offer a bunch of livestock in exchange for, and you know what else we have a lot of here? Leather. Let's beef up our offer with a bunch of leather here as well. 30? Why don't we add 100? Why don't we add 100 leather to this? Let's really sweeten the deal here. And now let's see if we can get some clothing. I think we go all in on clothing here. We still have a little bit of room. What else can we? No, I feel good about this. All clothing. We get a little bit of opinion upgrade from them as well. Nice. Now let's go check the world map to make sure that's getting deployed in our direction. So here it is here, bound for the dominion of man, this caravan with 76 clothing, and there's our trade, 30 livestock and 100 leather. I don't know if that's worth it. We'll be making our own soon, but for the time being, I think slapping the clothing on the townspeople, yeah, there it is. The happiness just skyrocketed. And look at that, we have 6 aspiring immigrants. This is, oh, a new level. Amarir. An Amarir is the rightful ruler of a land. As such, we can now conduct trade with our neighbors. We've already been trading. Thanks, but I don't need your silly title. Import and export depots. If anybody hanging out in the chat or swinging by the stream later is an expert in those things, I am not. I'm just kind of waffling through this game at all times. But 6 more immigrants means we can employ some new people. So 6 in each of these fields. I think these fields should pretty well top out at 6. But the Intelligent pasture, I think that still has room to grow. So we're at 12 right now. Let's put it up to a nice 13, because there's 89 potential pigs in here. Can I change the name of this? Pig pen. Billy Goat's Gruff. I didn't even know you could do this, so this is just new and exciting for me, naming things. Move. So Alisanti, import and export depots automatically buy or sell resources up to a certain limit. Good to know. That's what I figured. I just wasn't sure if I was using them correctly. They never really seemed to be utilized. Okay, so we've got our... Oh, I messed up. It's okay, we can do flowers, you know? A couple flowers. People like flowers. I really need to start doing this, you know, like a pillar or some statues. Benches, we need benches. I need to turn those jobs back on. Activate job, bench. And we'll go back to super speed. We're still clearing trees over here because these guys are still churning out furniture. And we have more immigration. So this is going to be a kind of an explosive growth period, hopefully. But we have to play very carefully with the Flans Public. Are these the guys on the left? They're on the left. We're gonna kill them at some point, but I will accept their gift of money and livestock. It's pretty strange. In my experience so far, my neighboring kingdoms have always offered me stuff first, and then started demanding things later. Like, hey, remember that time I gave you this? Well, it had interest. Hey, my other friends on the other side are giving me money and warhammers. Hello. You're the best. Old Jolly War the 11th. Food stockpiles are still doing okay. We have 5 odd jobbers. I'm going to keep them as odd. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to keep them as odd jobbers. I'm going to build a workstation right here and employ all of them until we have some wood that's been stockpiled. We're out of clothing, so happiness is going to start floundering again. I need to get a weaver and then a tailor, but that requires quite a bit of research still, technology. So let's add the weaver, crude weaver, to the town. And I might as well put that weaver right across from the warehouse that has all the cotton or wool, in this case, from the billy goats, and directly across from the billy goat pen. Oh, I can already make a tailor? What? This is news to me, by the way. If you hadn't noticed, this is news to me. Refining weaver. Okay, and then we'll make a tailor shack right afterwards. Fantastic. Do you think, is this like the, okay, if that's, yeah, that's path, so right there. I'll make a fairly large weaver, actually. Fabric is very useful. Do I want to go kind of part weaver, part tailor? So maybe I make them long. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Nope, that won't work. Every 3 tiles, that seems to be the answer there. Loom. Auxiliary loom. Can I make this thing huge? Nope, sure can't. I don't always understand how placing things goes. You know what? Maybe I'll try and squeeze some more loomage in here. Oh, yeah. Make that a door. Tons of looms. So we're just trying to future-proof some of these buildings. They're not very large, and the amounts of fabric that we're going to start needing later on are definitely going to outweigh the capability of this particular weaver. But we have some new odd jobbers. Some workforce guys. And we're going to get a few more. The pig pen. The pig pen was probably the best idea for meat and livestock production. Like, that's crazy. Just meat and livestock. And one kind of begets the other, right? The more livestock you have, the more pastures you can make, the more meat you can get, and on it goes. And that's the plan. Let's rehash the plan for people just getting here, for people who didn't catch the beginning of the stream, for people who are catching it later and clicking through. Plan rehash. So everything south of this road, the intent is to make it a pasture. Absolutely everything south of this road. So all the way down, you know, at the very least to this weird check mark in the road here. Pastures. Obviously this will be a mine. I'm going to start adding walled segments, tiered segments of the city as we progress. Using stone walls. We've stockpiled a ton of stone. I just don't really want to divert the manpower just yet. We're still developing. We're still building up. Our neighbors are very happy. We don't have to worry about attack just yet, so walls aren't a priority, but I do want to pre-plan for their locations. So that's going to be something kept at the forefront of all our decisions, is the end layout for the city. But I really like this layout right now, you know. Maybe we'll do another warehouse and then a much larger pasture, and then, you know, start another pig pen down here. Pig pen number 2, huge. We'll just get as big as we can and keep that going. I really think that going billy goats, moving forward here, you know, we'll do another cow, we'll do another billy goat, and we'll keep the pigs back here. And then maybe as time goes on, we'll look into other pastures. Let's take a look at what that looks like right now, though. So if we go to husbandry, Globdians, what do we get out of these guys? That's a unique resource. I guess we get eggs. Baltic crawlers, not really our specialty anyways. So I'm thinking that Globdians we consider for the eggs. But other than that, I think we're gonna stick with cows and goats up here. And telodonts, you know, maybe we can do that all the way down here. But this was the largest pasture I could build for tile size. So, I mean, I hope that's not the case. I hope we can get it a little bigger than that, but we'll see. Okay, see, so I don't like this. I should have paid attention. That's why it's not always a great idea to go on to Science Winnemar. Maybe he's friends with Science Chudley, or whatever that guy's name is. But let's get rid of this workstation. Oof, why did we just hop up? Oh, 30. Everybody got employed here. So let's drop this employment down to 5 or 6. We'll go to 6. And for whatever reason, we have a slaver has arrived and is offering his goods. Would you like to make a purchase or a sale? He will stay for 4 days to await your payments. I don't know. I don't have enough money. This is insane. Who can afford this? I have 3,000 denarii. What's the cheapest slave we can buy as a human? So if I buy one of the... Oh, no thanks. Can't afford this. Who could afford this? Definitely can't afford it early game, but we will. I think we'll acquire our own slave population, kind of a la Rome, you know. Alright, these guys need to start producing, and I need to figure out why we're at -2. Let's move, let's shuffle some stuff around here. Let's drop a carpenter. Let's drop 2 weavers, 3 weavers at least. And let's add a janitor, since some of these buildings are suffering from degradation. Now we have 1 guy left. I think he goes to the pig pen. Why does this say 2000? Oh, area is 2007. Okay. 2007. Good year. Okay, so we've got the pastures, we've got the weaver, we've got the carpenter. Our next... Once these guys start producing... Oh, I don't have anywhere to stockpile this. They're storing it all in there. So I guess we could call weaver production, you know, kind of in the realm of the pasture warehouse, right? Although we are quickly running out of crate space in here. So we're going to have to build another pasture warehouse. Maybe we'll make the warehouse much larger as well, as a matter of fact. I think that, yeah, that's the plan. And now that we've got all that fabric, we are going to allow everybody to have fabric. And hopefully that makes them super happy. And they can decorate their homes. So if you keep an eye on their homes here, you're going to start seeing, you know, rugs go down. Now we've got beds that aren't made of hay. And nobody actually gave a shit. Let's just give them all the fabric. And more wood. Did I know this game has inflation? I did not. But I'm not surprised. Oh wow, does everybody have a house right now? 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. People are homeless. That's probably why they're not happy. Let's build some houses. Good spot for housing. We could do... Oh, that is perfect. Right on the back of this. Maybe we can even share a wall here. And I'll keep that front section open for gardens. Look at this. I don't even know what to put up there. I feel like that's wasted space, but I'll get over it. Maybe I'll just tear the mountain down later. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Maybe I'll put another house there. We'll just make this a 3-wide road. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like it either, okay? Build it. It's hilarious. So see, now they've all got rugs. People are living large, and they are still not happy. Impossible to please. Impossible to please. Degradation, 33.3%. Why aren't my janitors working? Maybe we need another janitor. Let's employ a 3rd janitor. Things seem to be breaking faster than they're being fixed. And there you go. Perfect example. We're producing fabric, and it's just being swallowed by the occupants of the town. We have 3 janitors, as a matter of fact. We call them civil engineers. Janitor is a triggering phrase. Civil technicians. Yeah, there's a ton of degradation happening. Maybe we need to up the janitorial services. Now, what's the range on this bad boy? Okay, it's huge. He's huge. Okay. Okay, yeah, we need to really... We really need to up the janitor game right now. How's your workload? 100%? 100%. Everybody here's workload's 100%. Where are we going to take from to beef up the janitorial division? The lab? We can't spare any from the lab. The lavatory guy, the plumber, he's laughing. People in this game shit biannually, so the plumber's got the best job in the house, really. These people are just sitting on benches. Maybe you should get to work. It's okay. I've got faith in the 3 janitors we do have. Now, does degradation affect the output of buildings, is the question. Wow, like what are my janitors doing? Everything's breaking. The whole bottom right side of the town is destroyed. We need more janitorial assistance. Which means we need more immigration. Hello, welcome to our city. Welcome to the Dominion of Man. Are you prepared to be a janitor? It's like Half-Life 2. You just enter this life to become a glorified janitor. Okay, get happier so I can... Oh, clothes. Let's trade for clothes. That always gives us a good... bump. 126. Let's go 50 livestock. 60 livestock, and let's go... We have 1,000 of this? Yeah, let's go 250. Let's see how much clothing that gets us. Oh my gosh, barely any. But it'll get us, it'll give us enough actually, I think. Since it's over 100, it'll get us enough to last us a little bit to tide us over till we can build our own tailor shop. Because we have the cotton for it, right? We have the resources for it. We just need the people, which means we need the happiness. So, super speed, bring me the clothes. Give me those clothes. There we go, 80 clothes. We have more clothes than we know what to do with. So much clothing. Let me come up here. We have to sort out the clothing situation. Goodbye rations. Hello, more space for clothing. Okay, we're already down to 55 clothing. They're eating it. They just sustain themselves on shirts. The gods have forsaken the dominion of man and the rains have stopped. Everyone must now pray. There we go. Time to beef up the janitorial department. I don't think I've ever needed this many janitors. Like, I've got 6 right now. And the whole place is still falling apart. Let's get janitored right out of our minds. 8 janitors. And then everybody will be happier because there's no degradation. The weavers are working overtime. The furniture makers can't keep up, and now everybody's naked because they've eaten all of the shirts. Let's take a huge hit to the loyalty and happiness and bring in 4 more. Okay, they're missing stone. Wait, what? Why does this say missing resources? We have stone everywhere. There's stone absolutely everywhere for these guys. I'm super confused. Okay, says they're missing resources still. Maybe it's not saying it any longer, however. Missing furniture, missing stone. Oh, they're repairing a lot of stuff with stone and furniture. I get it. That's what's holding up the janitors. Not the amount of janitors, the amount of... But I don't understand the stone. I definitely understand the furniture. So let's fire 2 janitors. And we have 6 more people. Let's jam them into the carpentry shack. 10 carpenters. 6 janitors. That's a ton of janitors. Really, though. It is a ton of janitors. And we'll make this guy an intelligent herder because we're at 89 animals, and I think we can eke a ton more production out of this place. Equipment boosts the efficiency of rooms? Since when? Okay, sweet. We have a couple more houses. Oh, they can't get there. Oh well. We will just delete jobs. Boop. Hopefully nobody's losing their mind right now. But this is actually awesome. These houses got immediately filled. 555. 330 vacant. 2 3 3 5 5 5 5. Okay, I'm just making sure we don't need extra housing just yet. I'm tempted to slap a house maybe in here somewhere. Can I put an apartment in there? I mean, I can chip away the mountain and do whatever I want, really, but... Oh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Delete jobs. Okay, okay. Happiness is coming up. Loyalty's coming up. More immigration soon. Stockpiling lots of food, lots of wood. Our furniture guys are taking their sweet, sweet time. Our fabric guys are doing better. I say this whole group of immigration goes right to the carpentry shop. Gonna overload ourselves with carpenters. I need to build another pasture soon, however, and we have the livestock to do it. I have enough stone to sink a ship. I'm tempted to start replacing the roads with stone roads, as a matter of fact. So we're going to need to research... I think it's called fancy roads or something. Paved roads, so 150. So we need a little bit more research, and then we'll be able to do the roads. This is suffering from degradation, though, which I think affects its output. I'm not sure. More like the Donborians live in mountains. The mines of Borea. I'd be so bored just hiding out in a mountain all the time. The temperature is plunged. Don't care. Yeah, janitors seem to be... So it says they're missing resources, right? And as it goes... If I hover over them, it'll tell me kind of periodically what resources they're missing. And it seems like they're repairing certain buildings with furniture. I mean, they obviously don't need to repair dirt roads with furniture or anything in, say, a warehouse with furniture, but they might need to repair it with wood and stone, for instance. But I think buildings that require furniture, they need to be repaired with furniture. Donborians. The dwarves in this game are called Dondorians. And I just think playing anything but humans is boring. That's why most of my Kenshi playthroughs are primarily done with Greenlanders. I mean, my best playthrough is done with a Shek, I guess, but I like to immerse myself in the role. I really like to try and put myself in the shoes of the character, and that's hard when the character is 3.5 feet tall and has a beard down to his ankles. Flowers, people like flowers. A tree for some more harmony up here. Yep. And maybe we'll put a harmony tree right here. So we still have a roadway this way. Anywhere else need a harmony tree or two? Harmony tree. Harmony tree. Harmony tree at the intersection. Ooh, actually, maybe also well at the intersection. Not required, but I'd like to stay on top of it. This is gonna hurt a lot of people's hearts that I'm not putting the pasture next to the pasture, but... That's good, actually. That's a cool corner. Tree, well, hearth. And then maybe I'll save a spot for a torch right here. Wait, why is that tree there? Hold on. That tree cannot be there. The tree can absolutely be here. And then a torch can be right here. Perfect. Settled. Why are all non-humans boring? They're not actually boring. Every race in this game virtually plays the same, except for a few quirks. Alisanti says, when I play video games, I'm trying not to emulate my life. I don't want to go to work or be depressed. Yes, I'll be an insect. That's fine. Sim Ant was one of my favorite games as a child for Super Nintendo. Happiness and loyalty are struggling. No slavers. No thank you. Not right now. Okay, how can we fix this? Clothes seem to help every time. Fabrics. We're going to increase their access to fabric. It's maxed out. We're going to, against my better judgment, increase their access to furniture. And decrease their access to clothing, because we have none. You know what? If I decrease their access to clothing down to 2 and trade for a bunch more clothing, I'm trading a ton of stone. I'm getting crazy. We're just going to go all in on stone. How much can I trade up here? 1,000? Yeah, let's try 1,700 stone. I really probably shouldn't do this, but we'll do 200 leather. And we will do 40 livestock, and let's see what that gets us in clothing. Right now I'm just playing a happiness balancing act. Oh, actually, you know what's kind of important for me to see? Where this trader comes from. Did he already arrive? No, he has not already arrived. So let's keep an eye out for him. Check the world map here. Bound for Star... Okay, he's almost here. He's almost here. So let's pick up speed and check out the old capital city. He should be coming from this path here. I'm just trying to figure out what access route people are going to have to the city. See anybody? Oh, he just left. He just left. He just left out that gate. Okay, so it is the top road, the north road. That kind of makes sense if we look at the map. There's nothing behind us, right? No way anybody can get in here. Wait a second. The refuge of Von Squoon. Cantors, those weird blue genie people. Interesting. I wonder if I can dig through the mountain and leave out of the bottom of the map. That presents an interesting proposal. Okay, we got a bunch of clothing. Everybody's happiness is starting to skyrocket. Hopefully we get more immigration. So a lot's going on here. We're gonna get a tailor of our own going. food consumption is catching up, however, to our food production. All things considered, though, this is going really well. This is exactly kind of where I wanted to be. Oh, wow. That's why everybody's unhappy. No wood. So, terraform again. Let's start clearing trees. Tons of trees. That's why the happiness was so far down. We were losing furniture and wood. They didn't have wood for fires. They didn't have furniture for their houses. So this isn't great because everybody is currently employed. We have no odd jobbers, and we just lost our ability to grab. So I'm going to grab one aspiring immigrant. He's going to become an odd jobber. We're going to put him at a construction station. So he's not an odd jobber. He's just a workstation dude. So he'll actually be happy that he's employed. Get out of here. If I got too many trees, CO2 spreads, and I get desert tiles. I don't believe you. Good for a laugh, though. Good for a laugh. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go crazy on the trees. May as well get them out of the way since we're building huge pastures down here. Maybe even up here. This is non-fertile land. I may just go pasture crazy. I was gonna be so stressed. Yeah, no kidding. It's like I have to consider environmental impact here. Okay, everything's starting to look a lot better. These janitors are working overtime. Okay, there we go. Furniture's going up, wood's going up. Everybody seems happier. One of the first Sim Cities I played was SimCity 2000, and that had a lot of environmental impact as well. You can't plant trees, Samira, but what you can do is just not cut them all down. If you leave this green brush you see beneath the trees and don't build over it, the trees will actually just grow back by themselves. Wood's one of the easier resources in the game to come by, but it's one of the ones you have to watch. Did the sheep get out? No, I have decimated this flock about 7 times. They just won't stay dead. So let's try again. I highlighted them all that time. So I don't think they'll survive this call. But we'll see. No immigration just yet. It's because everybody's out of clothes. Maybe if I get rid of their ability to have clothing. No, that did not help. That didn't help at all. We're gonna keep it all the way up, even though they don't have clothes. Oh, that's not good. Not good. We're gonna crank up furniture. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. I'm so sorry, resource gatherers. But if these people don't get happy soon, we're losing them. What? We have a wrongful death. What happened? Mauled. Somebody got mauled to death. Okay. So disease doesn't spread? We're gonna make a mass grave. This will actually maybe become... Where do we put it? Where do we put the grave? Let's put it up here, maybe for the time being. Yeah, he must have been mauled to death by one of these mountain goats. See, there's always a couple left. Oh, is this guy crazy? Please don't be crazy. Wait, what's his name? Hold on. Hunchback Gent. Can hear the voices of the gods and is renowned for seeing into the future. Pull up your pants, please. How did he know? One wrongful death is actually going to really hurt the loyalty and happiness, and that sucks that somebody died. I was actually going to comment earlier that I've never had a hunter die from being mauled by an animal, but there you go. It can happen. So that entire herd of onks is gone. So maybe, yeah, unless some of the sheep can get out, we shouldn't have to deal with onks again. Wow, the slaver comes by a lot. I can't afford any of these slaves just yet. I barely have any money at all. So what are we doing technologically here? I did want to do paved roads. Not fancy road, but paved roads, because they make people happier as well. I'm kind of wondering if maybe we go a different route. We grab a stage so people are happier. Yeah, okay, let's build a stage, maybe. That's the answer for sure. Or we can start getting everybody drunk, but we have no grain fields. So let's go with stage first. Let's make everybody just a little happier. Where are we going to build our stage? Right here looks pretty good. Huge stage. Awesome. Okay, so we've already gotten back here, and the trees, a lot of the trees have regrown behind them, which is hilarious. So I'm gonna go and recycle this clear order again. And it hired apparently 5 actors all at one time. We're undertaking quite a construction in our capital, and would very much appreciate it if you gave us... Now, the Flans public is to the left. We are going to conquer these guys, but right now I need them off my back, because we're taking the slow and steady approach. So I'll accept. I'll let them take that. The Intelligent Pasture, the pig pen, is doing real work over here, and I want to get to building another pasture as soon as we can. But keeping the people happy is really becoming an issue. Okay, we're getting there. As soon as I see, ooh, 6? Is 6 gonna be make or break, or do we let them get all the way happy and maybe wait till that piles up? You know, to 7 or 8. We take it where we can get it. Oh, 5. It's down to 5. Okay, we'll take it. Take it where we can get it. Back up to 6. We're authorizing all 6. Brace for the happiness and loyalty hit. Okay, we've got 2 actors. We have 6 more people to space out. Back 2 to the pig pen. 2 to the pig pen for sure. 1 to the weaver for sure. We have 470 though, so that's pretty good. 2 to the carpenter. And that's pretty good. 6 janitors. Workload is low. It says workload is 42%. Let's drop down to 4 janitors. Now we've got 3 people. Do we need another warehouse, or do we go all in on another pasture? And is the snow oh boy. Is the rain kind of frozen? The rain graphic seems to be frozen, but I hear it. Okay, we have odd jobbers at least going nuts on this thing. So what's going to give us the biggest boost right now? I do need an orchard because we want a human nursery. But we need a tailor to make clothing. But we are running out of cotton. Holy. Who's swallowing all the cotton? The weaver is swallowing all the cotton. That makes sense. So if I put another herder in here, but I think we make another onk's pasture, and I really mess this up. But we'll move the onk's pasture over here, and this will be maybe a slot for a food market. Food market first. Food stall. Yup. Awesome. This will make people happier as well. A nice food stall right in the center of town. Will pet onks maul you? I don't think if they're domesticated they maul. But yeah, they're definitely getting out. You know what I'm saying? We just did sweet justice. We just delivered some sweet justice to all these wild onks. Didn't I build a mass grave up here? Am I imagining that? Did I cancel that? I definitely didn't cancel that job. Okay, food vendor. Now let's see the happiness. Nice. Show me the immigration. 85% immigrant, 15% native. That's all going to change very soon. Do you need a mass grave? Not yet, but I don't have research for an actual graveyard, so all you can make is a mass grave in the beginning. A new level has been bestowed upon you. Prontix. We can make a training ground, a dungeon, and a slaver. Interesting. Okay, we have a food stall now. Our production rate is been overcome by our consumption rate. So we just got a bunch of new people We got our food stall. The next thing we need to ensure our happiness is probably clothes, but I want to build a fruit orchard along the riverbank. So we're just gonna double check our fertility. See along here, this is all fertility 90%, fertility 90%, 90%. You know, at worst out here it's 80 and stuff. So we're gonna build an orchard all the way along this riverbank. It's gonna be a massive undertaking of construction. Here we go. Farms, fruit orchard. And we're going to also have to bring in fruit from a trade deal somewhere. Come on, max dimension reached. Alright, some of this will not be as fertile ground as other parts of it. Now, I could also just terraform the river, like dig right into the river, but I kind of like, for a larger orchard, but I think this will be pretty good, and I like keeping the river how it is. I like playing with the natural terrain instead of changing it too much, but I will absolutely core mountains. There's also going to be a lot of tree clearing, so we'll get a lot of wood. This. Okay, I think that's about as big as we can get it. This is gonna be brutal, and wait until you see the cost of this. Oh man, can I plant like, oh yeah, there we go. Again, I don't even know if we're at the appropriate, you know, level of... What happened in there? What happened in here? I don't know if we're at the appropriate population for an orchard this size. So this could be a big time drag. But we're going all in. So we need 600 fruit that we don't have. Okay. Okay, let's secure 600 fruit. Let's cancel this thing. Because they have a lot of clearing to do on the other side of town. Let's bring in our one aspiring immigrant. And let's see if we can secure this fruit. Maybe I'll wait until they're done clearing. That's a better plan. How do we feel about these actors? We have 2 and their workload is 100%. Are you kidding me? It's like Christian Bale and Gerard Butler from Reign of Fire. Only got 2 actors. They're the same guys you've been watching. So far, so good, though. I mean, you know, you could use a road around this, but so far everything's working out. I could probably also use a food vendor over on this side of town to improve everybody's overall mood. It's almost completely cleared. I think I'm going to see if I can grab some resources now. Let's demand some fruit. How much fruit do these guys have? 17,000. I need 600. So let's grab 900. Oof, that is a lot. Let's grab 800 and assume that. Put up 100 livestock. Put up 200 leather. That's... Oh, damn. We're already there. Wow, okay. Apparently 100 livestock is a good trade for 800 apples. What else can I get from these guys? Do I need anything else right now? Wow, that is, I just got 1,100 apples. Do I even have a place to put 1,100 apples? Absolutely not. Get rid of the grain stores. No, I do not want any slaves. Thank you, sir. Wood. No way we have 3,000 wood. So let's bring that down. Okay, there we go. Now we can hold all the apples once they get here. And that should be... perfect. And we still have 345 left over, so I could even... I don't know if 300... No, 300 definitely won't carry me through the several years it takes for a fruit orchard to become... to make it into production. Like, an orchard takes a long time to grow. Oh, no. 11 employees, maybe. So, and again, like the whole, I guess it averages the fertility, which sucks. It's 66. I don't know if I can irrigate this with canals and make that better. I don't know if that's a thing. I'll try. Food production's up, which is awesome, just by adding 1 or 2 guys. Ooh, workload is low in the Entelodon enclosure. That's good to know. Okay, let's drop down a guy. Maybe let's drop down 1 more guy. Let's drop down to 16. Since the workload is so low, let's bring up our orchard employment. Since their workload still seems to be 100. And let's wait on some of that happiness. BK, I have no idea how the game performs at higher pops. We're at 76 right now, which is a far cry from the 18 we started the stream with. And the entire first stream, I didn't utilize 250 times speed at all, which, in retrospect, I maybe should have, but it allowed me to take the time to talk through a lot of the menus for people who don't play the game. Ooh, okay, we're hitting storage thresholds here for wood and furniture, which I need to address. So let's do another... Maybe we'll do another wood and furniture warehouse right here. Maybe kind of an all things warehouse. What? No, come on. Just 'cause. Huge warehouse. I'm sure there's way bigger ones. All right. That's going to be crazy. We might make this a fruit warehouse as well. And we may need some more staff. You know what, Bullet K, the game seems pretty well optimized. I mean, I've seen a lot of sprites on the... I've seen a lot of sprites on the screen at the same time. You know, animals, population. Like, I've been up to quite a couple hundred and moving super fast. I've never noticed even a smidgen of lag. And I can't say the same for games like, you know, Minecraft, other kind of pixel-based games, even though Minecraft's become a completely different monster these days than it ever was before, but... Oh boy, for some reason the food is plummeting. Even though our production rate's over our consumption rate. So once this fruit orchard's done, that's when we go full speed ahead human nursery. This entire bottom portion, you know, south of this path, north of this mountain edge here, is all going to be human nursery, the largest soldier production factory. 4 days of food, come on. A group of humans have decided to leave your city, renouncing their citizenship. This is a sign of weakness. This is the opposite of what we planned. I think I just lost way more than I thought. You know what it is? It's because the food stockpile dropped right off. Okay, so let's, as I put that in there, let's get rid of the fruit in here. As I'm gonna put rocks, stone in here as well. We'll add 40 crates for stone. We will add... You know what? I'll add 30 crates for fruit. I don't think we'll ever get up to 2,400 fruit. What else can we put in here? Lots of wood. Lots of furniture. Clothing. Fabrics are gonna go back in the livestock, the kind of pasture warehouse, and I'll keep it kind of open right now. I'll put one for Warhammer in here since we got gifted a Warhammer. I don't know where that went. Yeah, that should be pretty good for right now. 30 for wood, 40 for stone, 30 for fruit. Meat is down in the pasture warehouse. 30 for furniture. I don't ever foresee us getting to 2,400 furniture, but in the event, that's where we'll leave it for the time being for that warehouse. Minus 3 jobs again here. So who can we snatch? The weavers are working overtime, so we'll take 2 out of there, and maybe we'll move. Billy goes gruff. Maybe we'll take 1 from the pig pen again. No, this worked. I think 16 is the perfect amount. We can't. No more immigration right now. How are our janitors doing? Let's drop 1 off the janitors. And then go back to hyperspeed and see if we can secure some happiness here. Your subjects, what is happening? What was that last message? Riot. They've risen up, determined to show their displeasure by murdering and vandalizing. 3 rioters. What is happening? Why is everybody so sad? These people really want their clothes. Okay, we are going to... We've got 158. I'm trading 100 livestock again, and I need clothing for my friends. What can you do for me for clothing here? Okay, 143. Let's give them more leather. We have leather for days. Let's do 267 leather. This is not a permanent solution. It's an interim solution, but now I've got rioters murdering, just out and about murdering. And I don't have a guardhouse. I don't even know, like, law? I guess I could do a dungeon, but where caught criminals and prisoners are taken for storage. Let's just let this happen. Just let the riot go on. I've had enough murdering and pillaging for now. They've returned to be law-abiding citizens. That's so great. So, I don't think they did very much murdering or pillaging. I wasn't really paying attention to the damage and the craziness. But everybody got clothes just now, and the happiness is already skyrocketing. So it's definitely an issue of them being naked all the time. Which is crazy, because in my last playthrough I had a population of 300 and not a single one of them had clothing. Maybe I can increase their access. Well, no, I can't. Not with anything else. I could offer them more jewelry. They just don't have any. Food preferences are doing pretty good. I guess it's a variety of food. They're just eating meat right now. Meat and fruit a minute ago, but primarily meat now. Blah, blah, blah. Rains have stopped. Nobody cares about the rains. Super happiness so we can get more immigration and make everybody much less happy. Okay. 10. Perfect. I think that covers, you know, the ones we just lost. We'll take a huge hit again, and we will trade for more. Let's give up a little bit of fabric. Let's give up a little bit of leather. We can't give up any cotton, apparently. Let's give up 30 livestock and, I don't know, 1,500 stone. Trade it all for clothing. It's getting worse. Maybe, hold on. Oh, I have an idea. Let's go the other way here. Let's try these guys that I want to ignore largely, but maybe they need some of this stuff more. So let's go 100. Let's go 100. Let's go 50 furniture. Let's go 30 livestock. And let's go 1,500 stone. And let's see what we can do for clothing here. Is that less? I'm pretty sure that's less. So 162 for 55k. What are the other guys offering? Maybe I'll let them decide. Let's just demand, say, 300 clothing and see what happens. Let's barter. They want 536 wood. We can handle that. 33 that. Absolutely not. No way. But yeah, sure. Let's do it. 300 clothes. We're trading all that for 300 clothes. And now I have to get on the making of the clothes because that's an insane trade. I think once we're producing our own clothing, now that's going to be an issue because right now we're producing a ton of fabric, which people are swallowing into their homes. They're just eating fabric. And my onks are not producing a ton of cotton. So I think I need another onks field. Let's go slaughter all these ones. We'll start there. These guys that are 100%, we'll get one more in there. 100, 100. How's our research coming? Terribly. We'll get another researcher. We have 13 orchard workers. They're packed. We'll get one more janitor. We will get another onks field going. So the fabric is going. It's one of their accesses that I've got for them. So if we go to access here, fabric, they're just swallowing it. It allows them to furnish their homes. So if we go zoom in on some of these houses, you'll see now they used to be mud huts, but now they've got rugs, they've got blankets, and that stuff all degrades. They make rugs and they get mad they're naked. Yeah, that's accurate. Humans are very hard to please. They're one of the harder races to please. Okay, this is going to be a huge ox pasture. So we're going to need to get a bit more immigration to populate this. And the herd is already at 40, so we used up almost all of the livestock we had. Crutonians like wooden buildings, and they like circular buildings. I know that, so that's interesting. The closer you can get your buildings to a circle, the happier they are. They're kind of like orcs. There we go. So 5 plus 5 cotton from that one, plus 3.88. I think once the herd gets going here, this is gonna show some serious production in terms of its cotton turnout. I mean, this is crazy. This is a huge leap forwards from our, you know, our 18 plebeians earlier on. Hopefully the orchard starts churning out soon so we can build our human nursery so I don't have to rely on immigration as much. Slowly but surely running out of clothing. Come on, happiness. Almost full up for animals in here as well. You know what? The workload here is back to 88, so I'm going to drop... I think 16 is perfect for the max size pig pen. I'm wondering if 16 is going to be kind of the magic... Or 15 maybe the magic number for this onk's pasture. It's a bit smaller. The rebels just stopped being rebellious and kind of gave up. I also don't know how we're not storing more food. I'll throw another delivery man in there. And we'll get rid of all the stone out of here as well. I don't know what's consuming the leather, now that I'm thinking about it. So there was an option earlier where I could set, you know, like I could allow them to utilize leather and stone. And I have no idea why that showed up for humans, because normally it's an access thing, you know, for Kryptonians or, oh, Dondorians, okay. So weird. It definitely combined all of those into... It must have been a bug. It combined all of these access panels into one for humans earlier. Oh, all. That's the tab that I was on. It was all starting to make sense now. Awesome. So that's completely utilized. 98 onks. Huge cotton production now. So if we can do it without inflaming the citizenry, I would like to build a tailor shop here to go alongside the weaver. Okay, looking at this, we've got the orchard en route. We've got a huge warehouse now for all the wood, which we should start clearing again because we are running out of wood. But we are set up in a much better position than we were. I'm gonna go see if I can go 1 for 1 here for stone. Like, let's trade 2,000 stone and we'll trade 30 livestock and we'll trade 50 leather and we'll even throw in 20 furniture because I'm feeling crazy and we need more clothing before the tailor shop gets built. They are definitely charging more for this clothing. And again, once the orchard's done, we're going to go full-on human nursery right down here. I am not sure why. So our production rate's 64.74. Our consumption rate's 48, but for some reason, it's not really stockpiling food. Now, this has happened, and I don't know if it's because I've got guys cutting down trees instead of moving food into warehouses and stuff like that. I think that's all I can think of. Oh, I've got 3 warehouse workers now, and they're running out grabbing meat, it seems. Once the orchard gets going too, it'll also it'll add to the food consumption. So 54 days, we're gonna have 148 trees. That is a long time. I wonder if I delete these jobs that the food stockpiles a bit. Let's see here. Getting there. Getting there. Really struggling. Ooh, 0 days. Not great for the happiness. I could trade for food, but I should not have to, given that production is overconsumption. And okay, let's go take down these things. Some of these things are huge. And what else is up here? Nothing, just these guys. Hopefully nobody gets mauled and I don't end up starving to death, because that would be terrible. Oh, come on. Why are we down a guy? I can pull a couple guys off this orchard maybe until it grows, so get out there and kill stuff. Did I like Cosmeteer? I loved the game Cosmeteer. Okay, this should beef up the food stores a bit. Okay, a little hunt there, a little purge of the giant cave larvae, and that got us a bit of a bump in food production. Still have 46 days until this orchard is ready to produce. I don't know that 9 days is really going to offset a ton. 26, the pig pen is a massive contributor. Okay, so happiness, clothing. Tailor's shop. Really, that's interesting. This might be a bit much to ask of these guys, but here goes. No. Hang in there. Hang in there, guys. They're seriously sad about the lack of clothing. That's the impression I'm getting here. Let's go 75 livestock. We're almost there. Okay? Hang in there a little longer. We'll have our own clothes. This is hilarious. Holy smokes. Okay. We're going to finish construction of this Taylor shack. We got our huge pig pen up. We got our second billy goat pasture up. We started our fruit orchard, which is going to allow us to build the human nursery, the future soldier production factory, a huge warehouse up to store all of our excess goods, laboratory built, suffering terribly from degradation since we laid off a couple janitors. Weaver and a food stall. Another little earth and well combo here with a happiness tree. So the struggle with the human dominion is keeping everybody happy. And that's something that hopefully we figure out in time here. Now, where's that clothing delivery? I will accept your money, sir. I go to the world map. We should... Ooh, did I already receive it and gobble up all the clothing? There's no way. There's no way they gobbled up all the clothing and did not get super happy. Roberta Tugston. What a name for a plumber. Okay, we're coming up on 3 hours here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. A lot of progress this round. A lot of progress. A lot of immigrations. A lot of emigrations. Which is kind of sucks. But... pull some guys out of here to even out our workload. Keep everybody a little happier. So, next time, I think the goal is going to be to set up the nursery. We're going to cease immigration. And I definitely lost track of time. This game is a wormhole for time. We're going to cease all immigration and start consolidating. We're going to stockpile food, stockpile native babies so they're less likely to emigrate, and stockpile clothing. Which means I'm gonna reduce everybody's rations on wood, furniture, clothing. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle initially. Hopefully nobody else leaves the town, and we're gonna kind of shell up, stockpile, and get ready to branch out militarily. Because as the population goes up, we're gonna get access to more military buildings. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks everybody for chatting. And if you're catching this video later, thanks for tagging along. I hope to see everybody back for the next one. Keep an eye out for that. It'll be sometime this week, most likely. I'm pretty ruthlessly addicted to this game. So, take it easy. Oh, and don't forget to check out the Discord if you want to chat with other members of the community. That's the thing now.